Alright guys, sorry, I was just having a quick chat with Brandon. 1 second. Hey Gary, you copy now?
Yeah, I'm here.
What were you saying before? Yeah, no, I said I was going to stream the whole drive. I'm streaming the whole drive, so I'm going to do tonight, and then tomorrow, and then the following day to finish it up. I'll probably mute it on and off, but I'm just going to have a live feed going on my channel.
Oh, okay. You're going to start that tonight.
Yeah, I figured I would.
Okay.
Alright guys, let me open up chat here. Wow, this is weird to see this many people watching on my channel. Hello everyone. Welcome in everyone. Good to see you, Ron, Kayla, Dakota, Brian, Carol, Sonia, Charm, Graybeard, Crystal, Olivia, Patty, Justin, welcome in, Joy, thank you for tuning in, Haley Girl, Amy, welcome in, Candace, Olivia, if I didn't say your name already, Jana, Catherine, Jody. So first and foremost, let me just kind of break this down. We've got a 24-hour drive, essentially, to do. I'm not doing this as a members-only stream tonight. I have an idea, potentially. I'll have to talk to Garrett about this to be able to do both, because I said that I wanted to stream on this. I wanted to stream from the car. And stream kind of the 4Runner's farewell, so to speak. But I also wanted to do a member stream that we could somehow both be a part of. Garrett's in his car right now. If you guys didn't see that announcement already, we picked up his vehicle today. It's a 2016 Ford Explorer Police Interceptor, similar to Corey's car, Brandon Montgomery. It's an older version of Brandon Kopic's car. There's a lot of chasers out here who use those, and they're really solid cars. So we went ahead with that one. My idea was that I'll run this stream on my channel from here, and then Garrett can run a member stream on the SRM channel from his car, because we have a stream phone, we have a phone mount, we have a Starlink Mini we can toss in there, we have all that stuff we can do. I'm not going to do that tonight, given how late it is. I mean, it's almost 11 o'clock Central. I know a few of our members were like, hey, what's going on? We were promised a member stream. We just now hit the road. We left Rockford, whatever it was, west of Chicago. We left half an hour ago. Like, we just got on the road. StormRunner here, she knows she's about to be done. The steering rack issues have gotten a lot worse in the last 48 hours. What is with all the what? What bumps?
Bumps in the road, and then you come up over them and it's like a speed bump?
No, I'm not feeling any speed bumps.
Really, I can go over
to check your tire PSI, because it seems like the bumps feel pretty bumpy in there. I think your tires are just pretty inflated. So maybe I'll take the tire pressure down a little bit so they're not as significant. Probably just because brand new tires and they're pretty well aired up, so not a lot of cushion, but we can attempt to fix that tomorrow before we hit the road. I'm not set at a speed, my cruise control doesn't work. Well, if you want to lead, I can just match your speed. Copy that. Well, maybe the stream would want to see your car anyway, so I guess you could come in front of me if you wanted to. Yep, I'll ask Chad if they want to see your rear end. We'll have Garrett merge in front of us in a little bit. He is back there. He is those headlights behind us. Okay, let me address whatever's going on in chat here. SRM is not streaming right now. We posted a picture of his car, just a public community post. And I'm going to see if he'll drive up next to me here, and so I can show you guys at least. We'll do SRM member streams. We'll figure out one way or another to do that. Probably starting tomorrow. I'm not going to worry about doing it tonight, given how late it is. You said he has a Starlink? Oh, okay. I should have, I mean, I'm going to have to stop for gas at some point, but I should have given you the Starlink Mini. So, essentially, we're heading back to Arizona, because that's been home base. For those of you that have not heard the announcement, we've talked about it a decent amount. Or basically, bottom line, just without rambling on, I am leaving full-time chasing. I'm moving back home. I'm moving back home to Oregon. It was always the plan to retire the 4Runner. I'm just retiring with it. Simply put, there's too much about this that just does not work for me anymore. Damn it, turn. All right, fine. There you go. There's the new StormRunner. If you'd like more detail on it, I put out a video where I was a little bit I was pretty stressed out when I made the video, but I was a little bit less stressed, so I explained things better in that video. It's on this channel for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about. All right, Garrett. Let's see if I can get up next to him and get like a shot of it. Splatter in the way, but there it is. Massive freaking bug splatter in front of the camera. Great. Almost too pretty for hail damage. Oh well, that'll come. We got a lot we're gonna do to it. Already have mounts for a cell booster, Starlink. I've also purchased a couple things so that he can properly mount a Starlink Mini magnetically if he needs to on a rental. Got a push bar coming for it, or a brush guard, whatever you want to call it, push bar, brush guard. We'll be installing that. Getting the full multi-camera setup going. Possibly a weather radio in there if he wants one. Probably gonna ditch. What'd you say? Gosh, the quality on these radios is so much worse than the Motorola ones. I miss them. Yeah, I can't understand it. Yes, I'm going to be moving everything over myself. Everything's still in the 4Runner right now. I'm not going to touch anything until I get back to Arizona and I have a garage to work in. But we're going to tear everything out of this one. We're going to put everything that needs to be put into his. And I'm going to be keeping a couple things on here. One of the things I'm going to keep... Are you asking if you should get behind me? It's easier for me to just match your speed if you're in front of me, but if you're talking about, I can't tell if you're talking about Starlink or not. If you need to get behind me, just go for it. Oh, no, it's not much difference. It's just kind of like it's not like choppy or anything. It's just like hard to understand what exactly you're saying. I hear your voice, it just sounds jumbly. I don't know. What is this?
Turn around. That better?
You had it turned around? Yeah, now I can hear you better. Gosh dang. Good Lord. Okay. Dylan, this is a drive home. Okay, sorry. Gosh, my brain has been going a million miles an hour for the last 3 days. It's honestly too much for me to handle, but I'm doing my best. Short, the too long didn't read version of what's going on is I'm stepping back from full-time chasing. I'm still going to be involved with StormRunner Media to a degree, behind the scenes, in chat, helping make events, helping edit videos, probably. But as far as out chasing, that's not where I'll be. It's not really where I belong anymore, and I'll just leave it at that. There's a video on my channel that explains more if you want to know more. What's happening now is we're driving the 4Runner and the new chase vehicle, the Ford Explorer, or StormRunner 2, if you want to call it that, until we come up with a better name. We're both caravanning back to Arizona. We're gonna get all the equipment off the 4Runner. We're gonna move over as much as we can to Garrett's car. We're also gonna install a bunch of new stuff on Garrett's car. We'll be documenting that whole process as much as we can, at the very least, with community posts and whatnot, at least for the members over on the SRM channel. So we basically got about 25 hours worth of driving to do from here, where we are right now, to Arizona. Then I'm going to spend about 5-6 days in Arizona getting all my stuff together, because in addition to doing the equipment transfer and making sure Garrett's all taken care of, I've got an entire house to move out of and another vehicle to move and stuff to pack up. So I'm going to be taking a U-Haul with my other car on a trailer up to Oregon, and I also got to get this, the 4Runner, up to Oregon. Oregon is where I'm from originally. That's where my family is. That's where the majority of my friends are. It's where my girlfriend is. That's where I have work waiting for me. So that's where I'm moving to. That is essentially what's happening for anybody that doesn't understand why I'm live streaming this right now. But that's why I'm saying, you know, StormRunner retirement stream. The 4Runner, after 3 years and 230,000 miles of service, is being retired, as she deserves. She's put in a lot of work for this channel, for Garrett and I, for you guys. She doesn't deserve to die before she can be paid off. I've already got storage and everything prepared. I'm going to be storing her away. Thank you so much for the PayPal. I very much, you know, do appreciate that. I brought this. I wanted to stream over here for 3 reasons. One, because you know, it's just me in the car, so I feel bad streaming this crazy long stream on a StormRunner Media channel, on the StormRunner Media channel, without both of us in the car. At the very least, it should just be Garrett. He's the one taking over primarily. I don't really feel like I should be streaming solo on that channel anymore. Since I, you know, announced my departure on the last stream at the end of the South Dakota Intercept Day. Number 2, algorithm-wise, can't do a stream like this publicly on StormRunner Media. That will absolutely cook the live streams going forward, which is already going to be a difficult thing because Garrett's essentially taking about 2 weeks off, because there's at least a week that's going into getting back to Arizona and getting the vehicle prepped, and he's still apparently planning on moving home with, like, helping me move back. Like, he wants to drive up with me. So in all likelihood, he's going to be skipping at least a few chases to do that. So I can't afford to do any more algorithm damage than this channel's already going to face not being active for a little bit. So that's reason 2. Reason 3 is I didn't want to just hide this to members. I wanted anybody that can find this channel to be able to watch it and not have to deal with like, you know, the monetization stuff, because this is just kind of I want to involve you guys in this car's last journey, basically. But it's great to see that so many of you are tuned in. Again, this is stream 1 of 3. I'm going to be streaming the drive tomorrow, and also the drive on whatever 2 days from now is. I don't even know what day it is. On Wednesday. Wednesday is when we should be rolling back into Arizona. Wednesday night is the goal. Appreciate it. Thank you. Trevor, I'm going to be 100% real with you. It was other people in my life that convinced me to finish that degree. I wanted to drop out about halfway through, but Garrett convinced me to stay. My friends convinced me to stay. My parents convinced me to stay. I didn't want to necessarily just drop out of college and do nothing. I wanted to go do something else. Like I wanted to if I was going to get a degree, get something more universal, because I'll be real with you, if I'm not chasing, I don't plan on doing anything weather related for work. Like I do feel like I sort of wasted time getting this specific degree. I'm not saying that getting a degree is a waste of time. I'm saying that I wish I would have done something like a business degree, or I don't know, communications, or something more universal, more widely applicable, because my work going forward is probably not going to involve weather unless I can come up with something different to do. It's just an idea I haven't had yet, or hasn't been really brought to my attention yet. A few of our viewers have, suggested, some cool side projects that I could potentially kind of investigate, but nothing that I could make a full-time living off of. Yeah, see, Charm, I don't really... My experience in school was, especially ironically, the latter half of my degree, after I was convinced not to drop out, was honestly pretty miserable. I did not enjoy it at all. At this point, I just kind of want to get myself into a good career path where I feel safe and secure in it, and just kind of start building my life up from there. I'm almost 23 years old now, and it's probably too early to be saying I want to start settling down, but I kind of do. Life's short. I want to make the most of it, and I don't want to unnecessarily shorten it even more by getting taken up by a EF5 vortice. Some of the stuff I dealt with. Zane, what's up? Another job. Yeah, that's true, Amy. Like I said, I'm not saying that just realized we've just been left lane camping. My bad. I'm not saying that getting a degree is a waste of time. I mean, some people may say that's the case. I'm certainly not saying that. If you want to go get your degree, please, go further your education. All I'm saying is that if I was going to get a degree, I'd want something that was more widely applicable. Because in reality, the majority of chasing, a degree doesn't really give you much of an advantage at all. The forecasting aspect and understanding, the science behind what's going on, absolutely it helps you. But as far as conditioning yourself to getting used to the long driving hours, driving in adverse conditions, running a YouTube channel, the social media side of stuff, the finances of running your own business. Meteorology degree didn't teach me any of that. A lot of this was self-taught stuff, and the majority of the chasers you guys probably watch don't have degrees. Like you don't need it. You don't need a degree in meteorology to make something like this happen. So, point being, if I could go back and do it all over again, I would have gone for like a business degree or something. That's all I'm saying. I'm sure I will. Like I said, I'm probably too young to be saying half the stuff that I'm saying. I've been seeing so many comments saying that I'm wise beyond my years, and my cousin said it perfectly like 3 years ago. Because when I was in college, the majority of college kids, especially their freshman, sophomore year, they want to go out and party. They want to go they want to go drink. They want to go smoke. They want to go do whatever. I was not really interested in doing that. I was always I was the designated driver type. I was the I was always a designated driver. I was like the babysitter. I was always the one that stayed sober. I was never interested in doing that. Like I was, my older cousin always referred to me as a 35-year-old trapped in a 19-year-old's body at the time. When I was a little bit younger. I'm almost 23 now. We started this. Jeez, man, now I'm sitting here saying I'm getting old, but I'm not. But we started this business when I was 19, and I'm about to turn 23 in a little over a month. But yeah, I mean, seriously, to everyone who's watching this right now, and anybody who's watching this after, or people who are never going to hear me say this because they didn't catch me on the stream, or they didn't catch my video, or they're not catching this. Thank you so much for allowing me to have done this and share these amazing experiences with you guys. Though I have my differences with it, and I have my fears for safety, and I have my disagreements with the overall weather community sometimes, and how aggressive people chase, all that stuff, which again, that's my own personal opinion. I'm never here to tell somebody how to do their job. I am concerned for people's safety sometimes, but I'm never going to tell someone how to do what they want to do. Everyone out here is grown. Everyone out here can decide to do what they want to do. But aside from all that, thank you guys for allowing me to live out my childhood dream. I lost the channel, but back when I was 8 years old, I started a channel called Tornado Fam. And being 8 years old, I didn't know what I was doing. I was attempting to make little forecast videos, and every time Oregon would get like a heavy rainstorm or like a windstorm or anything, I was always out with the family video camera recording that and uploading it to YouTube, and I was clickbaiting the crap out of stuff. We'd get like a total 25-mile-an-hour wind gust in my backyard, and I'd be like, extremely strong winds rip through Oregon. But the point being, like, I always wanted to do something like that, and I would always, because no one told me I shouldn't be doing this, and I don't know why, I referred to myself in like one of my first videos that I uploaded, little 8-year-old me, I referred to myself as meteorologist and storm chaser DL Scales. 14 years ago, I get to say that because of you guys, that I made that title a reality. And that is something that I will cherish, and I will be thankful for the rest of my life. And I would not be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to sit here streaming right now in the middle of Illinois at 11 o'clock at night if it was not for you guys, the viewers. You guys make my career, you guys have made my career, you guys make Garrett's career, you make all of our careers out here possible. At least those of us that do the live streaming stuff. So, Garrett's still getting used to the kind of highway driving etiquette a little bit. To his credit, he doesn't really do any driving. Like, this is probably, he's about to drive 1,500 or so miles, which is probably more driving in the span of 3 days than he's done in like the last 3 months. He's used to riding passenger. So another thing that I want to ask of you guys is that you guys continue to support Garrett. I assume I expect you guys all will, but please be show up for him. It's going to be a rough transition period. I know that. I have felt very bad about how all of this has gone down. I know that this is hurting him, me leaving. But to be honest with you, me being around for like the last 6 months or so was primarily for his sake until he could get himself into that car that's now in front of us. That wasn't able to happen a few months ago, so I kept pushing myself. I kept pushing this car really beyond what I wanted to push either of us. But Garrett deserves all the success in the world out here, and so I was willing to kind of do that for his sake. And now that he's able to try to do this on his own, have patience with him, continue to be there, support him. I'm sure you guys will, but this is not This is difficult to do with two people. This is going to be very, very difficult to do solo. But he wants to keep going at it. He's a true chaser at heart, and a lot of people have commented that, like, you know, there's a difference between him and I. Like, the people have noticed the hesitation in my style and my doubts with a lot of stuff, whereas Garrett's just got a one-track mind. Like, he will chase everything. Like, it's just he's got unmatched, and maybe not unmatched. I mean, there's other chasers out here who also pretty much like are just constantly going at it, but he works his behind off of this. So. And I'll still, you know, be in the streams whenever I can be. It's not like I can just up and leave completely. The goodbyes are what I had been dreading. And, you know, it's not goodbye, it's see you later, but, you know, saying goodbye to Freddie and Eli, that was a little bit emotional. It was with Connor too, although I feel like, you know, him and I both are kind of the type to not really show emotion as much, so I was kind of teasing him. I was like, man, you were probably going to be the least impacted by me leaving out of anyone here, and he's like, bro, that's not even true. So, saying goodbye to Brandon, that sucked. You know, same thing with Corey. Like, all of our friends out here, and, you know, like, I hadn't been friends with them for that long, but Jordan too. Aside that last night I was scrambling I was trying to get everybody in my group hotels, because up there in the Northern Plains, hotels are like $250 sometimes, and I'm sure you guys have heard over the streams, but thanks to one of my family members, we do sometimes get discounts on Marriott hotels. So I was like trying to, being my last day out, I literally used up like all of my points that I've accumulated on that account over months and months and months of staying at Marriott's. I dropped them all, just for all my friends, because I wanted everyone to just kind of be there together, and two, you know, I just wanted it to be like one last thank you from me, because I have them to thank too. I wouldn't have the knowledge or the experience, or honestly, had a few of the tornadoes that I've seen, I probably owe to them, because, you know, either, you know, for one reason or another, we may not have made the right decision without them steering us in the right direction. So anyway, I'm just kind of rambling. With this being my own channel, I'm just kind of spewing my thoughts a little bit more. It goes without saying, but anything that I say at any point in these streams is not meant to offend anybody or be a shot at anyone at all. You guys know me, I'm not about the drama, so I don't think it would, but anything that I say, I don't want it to be taken that way. Just because I'm leaving doesn't mean that I think anybody else should be doing anything in particular or anything like that. I just want to see all my friends succeed, and I want to see people be safe. That's what I was telling a lot of them when I left. I was like, I don't want the next time that I see you guys to be at your memorial service. Like, I can't handle that. So, like, I need you guys to, you know, be vigilant. Like, get close, but just be vigilant, be smart. Don't get yourself caught off guard. But, again, this is the new preaching to the veterans out here. Out of our entire group, we are the newest chasers. We've been chasing for 3 years, but that's still the newest chasers. So I'm like, I know I'm not qualified to be giving this advice. And it's not even advice. I'm basically just like, please be safe. I want to see you again. Like, obviously, my friends out here, they know what they're doing. I just get concerned, that's all. There's a lot of times where I feel unsafe, so I just automatically assume that other people are also feeling unsafe, but, you know, everyone's got their level that they're comfortable operating at. I just want everyone to be successful and be safe. That's all it's about. Wife's still in the picture. Absolutely, she is. Yeah. Yep, Sasha is still 110% in the picture. She is very happy that I'm moving home. And obviously she's a little bit biased, but I've talked with her a lot about this. officially about 10 months, but essentially just over a year. So I'm gonna miss everybody too, Sonia. And like I said, I don't plan on completely leaving the community. I want to kind of post updates here on this channel too, so I'm not trying to say like, yo, watch me here instead of watching StormRunner Media. I'm just saying if you want to keep up with what I'm doing, it probably won't be like as often as you guys are used to seeing content from me, but just from time to time post updates just about life or about the vehicle situation, because I'm not getting rid of the 4Runner. I'm keeping it, and I honestly am going to sort of semi-restore it. That's the plan anyway, is to put a few $1,000s worth of work into it to kind of extend its lifespan a little bit. That's the plan. So, and I plan on documenting some of that. And you know, I've already had ideas like, you know, a couple years down the road, if I can afford it, because I like having cars. I like having project cars. So if I can make it work, I've considered maybe a couple years down the line buying one of those used police Ford Tauruses and kind of building it into a chase vehicle that if I ever go out from time to time, you know, a couple times a year, I have my own vehicle to go out and take, so I'm not having to hop in a rental, I'm not having to hop in with somebody else. I mean, obviously I could hop in with Garrett, but like if I'm just wanting to do a solo trip, or if I'm wanting to bring Sasha with me, or I want to bring one of my buddies back home, if I want to bring my mom out, stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely at least want to have updates for you guys now and then. Good night, Chappie. I forget the exact details of that situation, but I'm hoping for positive news, Chappie. Hey Amanda, it's actually just DL in the car. For those of you that might just be tuning in, Garrett and I are caravanning back home. Some of you may not have seen the announcement on our on the StormRunner Media channel yet, but this is Garrett in front of me. There he is in the new chase vehicle, 2016 Ford Explorer, maroon red with black accents, police interceptor. 40,000 miles on it, or 42,000 miles on it. Really low engine hours. It should, with proper maintenance, last a long time. Yeah, compared to the 4Runner, it looks like new. That's for sure. Twyla, maybe at some point. I'm not exactly sure what his plan is with that. Like I told him, I was like, there's plenty of people in this community that would love to have a chase partner, but he brings up a good point that this year was really our first year, like really getting out there, putting ourselves out there and getting to know other chasers. Like we have our friend group, like that you guys know of, like you guys know the group that we're a part of, that we've been a part of, and that I'm really going to miss being a part of. Like I've yet to cry. I'm going to. I am going to miss these guys so much. Like they have become my family out here, and you know, some of them have honestly kind of become my mentors. Brandon especially. I mean, like it's funny. He's only 9 years older than me, but I'm just like, he's like my kind of indirectly my storm chasing version of a dad. Always teaching me how to do stuff, giving me advice and stuff. So I'll definitely miss that dynamic.
let you know we're only 30 miles apart from each other right now.
Are you like in front of me, or are you crossing going west to east?
No, I'm like 30 miles east of you. I'm on 55 going northeast while you're going south on 35 or 39.
Oh man, okay, well, sorry I just missed you.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was crazy timing though. I was literally just talking about you on my stream, and then you keyed up. I thought maybe you were watching.
No, actually right now I'm just going through everybody's live streams from the South Dakota tornado because I haven't had a chance to see how everybody else's was.
Twyla, I don't know. I'll do my best to remind him to be safe, but he is very stubborn sometimes. I just hope that and I think naturally he will just because he has to. I hope that he'll just have a good sense of spatial awareness and stuff that could be going on that maybe he just can't quite see or whatever. Like there's been multiple times where we'll have a tornado that's just starting to touch to the ground, and he doesn't see the ground circ yet, but I saw it, and then he's like, oh, I don't see it, it's not on the ground, and then it'll pop out of the trees or something. He's like, oh yeah, it's there. I'm like, yeah, it's been there. So, but then again, that just comes with being the driver. You're automatically scanning around a whole lot more. It makes you, because you're behind the wheel of a moving car, you're forced to be very spatially and aware of your surroundings, more so than if you're riding passenger. And to his credit, the passenger side of this car, everything that's going on on his side, like up on the windshield, he can't see much out of there. The nice thing with the Explorers is it's a much bigger windshield, and I plan on making the camera setup in there a little bit more view friendly, so he's not having to. I want to make it more simplistic because it's gotten very complicated in the 4Runner with the way that everything's set up. Yeah, Sonia, they definitely will. That makes me feel a lot better too, just being a part of this group. Like, Garrett's got a great group of guys around him, and it's not that Garrett doesn't know what he's doing. I honestly think that Garrett's a better chaser than me. Just the driving is what he's got to catch up on, and that just comes with experience. So, like, I'm confident that you give Garrett 2-3 years, he'll be at the level that I've been able to get to because I had 2-3 years of experience learning how to do this. How long are you riding with me? I may mute this at some point and just kind of let it be like a stream where you guys just get to ride along with me, and I'll just kind of leave it as like an open stream where people can come in, chat, and just kind of watch what's going on around us. But I'll be unmuted for the next little bit. How's it going up there? Not too bad. We're getting pretty close to needing to book somewhere. You think you're gonna want to try to push all the way down to St. Louis, or you want to stop short? I'm feeling like I could probably push through. I was worried about. Yeah, I can look at a couple more messages, then I do have to address the hotel situation. Thank you, Amanda. How did we end up teaming up to chase? Sorry, say it again. Copy that. I'll be more talkative. Hey Tammy, thank you guys for tuning in. I said if you guys haven't already and you want to be around for just any updates on what I'm doing, going down the line, updates with this car, just whatever, feel free to subscribe if you want to. I plan on coming back to this channel every now and then. So the speed keeps dropping down to 0 miles an hour. April, we have not stayed in East St. Louis. I don't think there is a Marriott in East St. Louis. How's the car feeling? Skies for now. I have not looked at anything weather-wise, to be completely honest with you. I've had a lot on my plate to take care of, so maybe we'll be coming across something. If we do, technically we'll be live for it. Won't really be chasing it, but if we drive through something, then we drive through something. So, is Connor's car fixed now? Not yet. To Brady's credit, I had no idea what the beaver thing was about either. I am stepping back, Eden, yeah. I will not be full-time chasing anymore. Queen, good to see you. Thank you so much much for your support all this time. You've been a long time viewer, so thank you, Queen. Can you see what your range is like for gas? Like, does it tell you how many miles you have left?
177.
You said 177? Dude, that's actually crazy because we're 177 miles from the Edwardsville Hotel.
Oh, so I can make all the way there.
I definitely can't. I have 70 miles of range left. Say again? Success deal. Thank you, Eden. Appreciate it. What happened to StormRunner Media? Will Garrett continue it? Yes, Michelle. He is continuing. He's in front of me, actually. That is the new chase vehicle we just purchased today. Joining the Explorer Club. I got you, Brian. I already got a hotel. Thank you, though. Sounds good, Tuxedo. Appreciate it.
There, road to pull off on.
There's an exit in 4.5 miles. So if you want, I can take the lead, and then we can try to find somewhere because I can probably use a stop too. Blow Garrett's doors off real quick. Definitely would not. Yeah, Joe Daisy, you definitely do get that on I-70 in Kansas. Gene, I definitely appreciate it. Like I said, my goal was not to like monetize this channel or anything. I mean, if I decide to start trying to make content a little bit here and there, I guess it'd be nice to, you know, have videos generate a few dollars here and there, but I primarily am posting here to just interact with you guys and let you guys know how I'm doing and you know what's kind of going on with me. So I've posted a couple update videos here. I'm doing these live streams now, and I plan on posting and I know like every live creator always, or just YouTube creator always says this when they're like, oh, I'm taking a break, but like I'll come back and I'll post stuff every now and then. They never do. So I don't want to like promise that I'm going to start coming out with consistent content. Like I'm not necessarily saying that, but I do want to at least keep you guys updated from time to time on what's going on. I think it'll also help that I'm still going to be sort of attached. I'm still going to be part owner of StormRunner Media LLC. I don't want to give up my half. I've worked my butt off on this thing for 3 years. Like I'd like to at least say that I own part of it, even if I'm not actively working. Doing it. I obviously I won't be earning from it because that wouldn't be fair if Garrett's going out and doing the work and I'm like, yeah, I want my cut. Like, no, I'm not going to be like that. So I'm cutting ties on the financial front, but on the business ownership front, I definitely want to still be a part of that. And, you know, I still want to help out when I can. I think that whatever my work schedule ends up being, wherever I end up, if it allows, I think that it would be... There's Garrett. He's so far behind me now. Okay. I think that it could be, you know, potentially a thing to where he can get videos out a lot faster now because he can just... If he gets a good video of a tornado, he can just upload it to Google Drive. I can be sitting there waiting for it, download it, get a quick video edited, boom. Our video's out first. You know, if there's anything happening up in the Pacific Northwest, there never is. But let's say there actually is, and we want there to be coverage on the SRM channel, I can pop back out and do a stream there every once in a while. That'll just be a now and again type thing. Hey, Lindy. It's going all right. It is going all right. That is about what I can say. Ooh, we are gonna die on this road. Stopping for a quick 10-100 break. Never no deal. We did have the bomb cyclone. Yeah, see, stuff like that, if I think it's worth covering, and even if it's not worth covering there, like maybe just still being a weather enthusiast, I'll want to go out and do something with it. You know, got to take what you can get up in Oregon, right? Well, I appreciate that, Queen. I really do. There is no light. All right. Yeah, fearless. That's part of it. I'm definitely burnt out. I have been for... Ah! Jesus. Don't do that, dude.
Eli did that to me, so there you go. Did they hear that?
Yeah, they just heard me scream.
I may have to wait till we get like a Loves.
Okay.
Because now I got hit with, you know what?
I gotcha.
So I can't do one or the other right now.
Okay, let me...
There's a Loves near Bloomington on the north side of town.
Can you make it to Bloomington?
How far are we from Bloomington? On that Loves.
28 miles.
How much?
28 miles.
So, like 20 minutes, half hour?
I mean, you got the speed to get there in 20 minutes if you have to.
Yeah, I do.
That or there's a Casey's in town here.
But how clean are cases?
They're decent. I mean,
I'll wait till I get the Loves. I can deal with the pain.
Okay.
So.
Alright. Yeah, we can roll then. I'll let you lead. You can drive as fast as you want to.
No, you go.
Okay. I'm out here in the middle of a cornfield and he decides to scare the crap out of me. Uh-oh. Oh my God. She's cooked. She's done. The 4Runner is cooked, chat. You've got to be kidding me. Well, may as well wrap up the stream, chat. I'm not going anywhere. My axle is screwed. I wanted it to make it home, but it's not going to. So.
What even causes that?
I don't know.
I just checked all your lug nuts are all in there.
It's not lug nuts, it's the entire axle. So I'm saying my steering rack was... I told you this car was fucked. I've been trying to tell you, we beat the hell out of this thing. This is the result. But I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream, guys. I'll take a picture and post it on a community post to show you guys what happened. But I gotta get a tow now. Hopefully no one needs to come down this road because I literally can't move. Like, I can't move at all. Really thankful that did not happen going down the freeway. But yeah, that is the end, I think. At least until, God, I don't even know what. That is going to royally screw up my plans, royally. She knew she was done. I'll say that much. She knew she was done. Yeah. Okay. So, I'll catch you guys later. Oh, man. That really sucks. Yeah. I'll take a picture and post it for you guys in a minute. God, I really do feel like crying right now, not even gonna lie to you. I was so close to getting home. I was so close. 1 week. I just needed one more week out of this thing. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and end the stream before I lose it. Appreciate you guys, love you guys, thank you. I'll see you later.